Is your PTO or PTA struggling with your meetings? Like, are they just a drag? Either no one is showing up, or they are like a hot mess, or they are just not what you need them to be. Once I learned these lessons, it totally changed PTO meetings for me, as well as my group, especially when I was president, because I was in control of running the meetings. And so I could implement the suggestions that I'm going to make to you today. You gotta tell people about the meetings more than once and well in advance. Cannot spring it on people last minute. You have to tell them well in advance. And I have a whole video with 21 different ways to publicize your PTO events that I highly recommend if you are struggling to think of how to get through to people, because the secret is really the more the better, because people don't take action on things when they just hear it like one time. Usually it takes many more times. You need to have the meeting dates everywhere consistently. The second thing that you can do to really increase attendance at your PTO meetings, and this works only at the elementary school level because older kids are not going to want this to happen to them. You can stick little reminder stickers on the kids. So you can ask the teachers to pop them on right before dismissal, or maybe you have some PTO volunteers, pop it on the kids, actually physically on their bodies so that the parents can't miss them. We've had great success with that. If the teachers don't want to put them on the kids physically, maybe they will put them in their planners or hand them out to the kids so they can put them in their planners that the parents have to sign off on at night. That one works though, because it's literally, you can't miss it. Parents are actually looking at their kids at some point. The next thing you want to be doing for better meetings is to capture the attendance of who is there. Capture the contact information. So you want to have sign-in sheet. Get their actual name, their phone number, and their email so you can follow up with them after the fact and invite them back, or invite them to be involved in the PTO in some way for your PTO, not to take advantage of who is showing up and inviting them back to the next meeting. That's where I would start. Set and follow an agenda. I have been to meetings for groups where the president was like, yeah, I didn't bother to print this out. I have everything here on my phone. And it was really hard to track what was going on. It was hard to see what was coming up next. It was hard to, because I didn't anticipate what was coming up next. It was actually the first time that I had been to this meeting. It was an athletic boosters meeting, and it really served to make me feel like I didn't want to go back to that group. When you use an agenda, it allows you to think of the issues that you want to discuss with the group beforehand so that you're not missing anything. The process of using the agenda will really keep the meeting on track, so you can keep an eye on the time. And if you notice that you have 7 agenda items and you are on item number 2 and you're already 45 minutes into the meeting, then you need to table some things, move things along, because y'all can't be there all night. It's a good way for people to not want to come back if you have like long, disorganized meetings. Along with having an agenda, you want to be taking some time to actually prepare. If you're the president and the secretary, you should be working together to prepare the agenda yourself. So you're going to think about what you want to have included. And then if you are not the president or secretary, but you are an elected officer or a committee chair, you want to be thinking about what you're going to be talking about during the meeting so that you are prepared and you can have your remarks be short, sweet, to the point, and you don't forget something. Especially like if you're going to need volunteers, you're not going to want to forget that, because then you're going to have to scramble after the fact to reach out to parents to go see what other people are doing. So I have a lot of ideas, but I don't have all of the ideas. So this is where I invite you to my free Facebook community. It's the Superstar PTO Leaders group. Fantastic group. I can't talk about it enough because it is such a positive place with so many dedicated volunteers from all over the world. Yes, we have international members. That really makes me so happy, because it's not just limited to the US, but because parents want better things for their kids, no matter where they are in the world. So you can come and join that. There is definitely a link to that in the description. You can get ideas and motivation and inspiration beyond what I am sharing here. And then the last resource for you is to get something that will guide everything and has even more fantastic tips for running better meetings. And that is all included in the Meeting Success Kit. This is a collection of done for you resources with some solid guidance. Again, I have been running meetings for many, many years, and they are efficient, well run, have parents coming back month after month. The kit they're really fantastic resources. So like the stickers I talked about earlier, there's a template for that. So you don't have to design the stickers. You can just go ahead and print them out onto labels. A flyer template to promote the meetings in advance. There are attendance sheets, done for you. So you print one set off for the year and you're good to go. You can capture really all of the information from the parents so they can contact them after the fact. There is an agenda template, also tips and tricks on how to run meetings and get more people involved beyond what I've just shared here. If you are interested in running short meetings, which yes, you should be interested in running short meetings because that will get people more interested in your PTO. If they hear that your meetings are long and drawn out, they're going to run for the hills. You have some parents coming and they're like, that was a very good use of my time. We spent 45 minutes in there and I learned a lot and understand so much more about what's going on in the school. The teacher liaisons report was awesome. And the principal was there and was sharing all kinds of information that I wouldn't have otherwise known. That is when you were going to get parents coming back. They start talking about good things about your PTO that will encourage others to come, and the people that are already coming, it'll encourage them to come back and keep sticking around. I highly encourage you to watch that video and then also join me for my next one.